So, the Elon situation. It is reaching places. I want to put my 2 cents in about the situation. It is clearly overblown. Let me just camera a bit. It is clearly overblown quite a lot. I wouldn't say it's not deserving, and I do think that the reason it is overblown is also the reason that that Elon did what he did, in my opinion. But yeah, I saw the Crib video. I saw obviously the original Quinn video. I want to see Destiny's take on it because Destiny's pretty much a hater of everything that has to do with Elon right now. So I want to see if he's like super biased or he actually just takes it as is. And I do have some things to add about this topic later on. And like why he did it, in my opinion. And yeah, I'm gonna play devil's advocate like crazy here. Anyways, let's get to it.
What? What about the mats in his inventory? He's trying to click. It's grayed out.
Lamau.
He's not played this before, has he? He's 100% getting piloted. He isn't. What?
Someone at level 96 has died at position 20 on the ladder, so it's really tough. That would have taken a long time to get to level 96, and that player would have been very good. And someone like the game actually mentions like.
Oh, is this Elon playing?
A bit of self-stroking there because I think he's like level 97 here, even though everyone kind of knows he bought this, he paid for this character or whatever. Maybe he's playing someone else's character. Like, we don't really know, but like the name also doesn't fit, I believe. Like, the name of this character is like has nothing to do with Elon Musk, whereas like his Diablo 4 character does, right? So, and like his I believe his Elden Ring character also had, like, you could tell that it was his character kind of thing. So we'll see. I'm like 99.9% sure, obviously, that this is not his account. I think the whole map thing is a bit exaggerated. I clicked the wrong map multiple times. I think fuck it, man. I'm trying so hard to be devil's advocate. No, yeah, okay, fine, like whatever. He tried too many times to get into the map that he couldn't. He opened the crypt map and then he tried to go into that other map again. So yeah, this is a big tell.
He was streaming. Okay.
He's clearly played and understands the mechanics, though, like the basic mechanics. But dude, you're not playing to this point in the game with no loot filter, leaving chaos orbs on the ground. He literally didn't know how to open a map. He was keep clicking repeatedly. He couldn't open the map. He does. That's the one thing he picks up his maps. He tries to.
To be fair, if you were brand new, completely new, didn't know what you were doing, not only would you not be able to open a map, you would not know to put the map item into the the area where to open the map is, right? So in that regard, he clearly did play to an extent. But I doubt this character is his.
What's he gonna do? Oh, he's still clicking? Dude, what is he doing?
Oh man. Why would you stream this? It's because none of it matters.
He's dragging them over, bro. What? No, dude, he's dragging.
The funniest thing is, bro, first of all, listen, like, Quinn was probably the best person to react to this. Because dude, I wouldn't even notice him dragging it. I wouldn't even like think about it. It's fucking hilarious that Quinn is, and like obviously his voice is fucking funny. Obviously the dodo bird accent and whatever. I don't know what do you call that accent? Like Australia accent, some bird or some shit. But like I love the accent, right? Like it's hilarious. And but I would not notice that he just like manually picked up the maps. Like it just wouldn't register. I'll be like, whatever. But anyways, yeah.
Dragging the maps over. He's dragging, bro. It's Joe Biden playing. What?
Playing,
no.
Jesus.
He's swapping off. Big dick. Max difficulty hardcore, brother. How do you see chat? Is there a way to see? Like, how do you see chat? He renamed his entire online identity around PoE 2.
Why?
And he keeps talking PoE 2.
Like, he doesn't even play that much. Why would he do that?
But he doesn't even play PoE 2. He just logs into some other guy's account and plays it for like an hour every now and then. I know, it's just like
this is like some of the most loser behavior ever that you could ever engage in. Yeah. But it's not even like ordinary loser behavior. This is like compulsive liar loser behavior. Like, I could understand if a streamer or somebody did this because...
No, I can easily understand why he would do this. I think you can easily understand why Elon Musk would do this. Is it loser behavior? Yeah. But I feel like in his case, it's less of a loser behavior in a sense compared to like some random guy doing it. And I'll explain that a bit later.
Because your reputation might rely a little bit on you being good at games, right? So streamers would get people to boost their accounts, or they would hack. That makes sense, at least, if you're a gamer or a streamer. Sure, I get it. But Elon is he's a business owner. No one cares. No one, like, seriously...
Unfortunately, like, that is literally the reason, because people did care. And I'll go into it in more detail. I'm going to be playing devil's advocate as well, like, very harshly here. Not to, like... seem like I'm sucking Elon's ass or whatever, like, or kissing his ass, sucking his dick, like kissing his ass. It's just that it's wrong for Elon to do this. It puts a lot of the stuff he does online into like a weird fucking thing. No one bat an eye about his Diablo accomplishments, but now because of this, they are gonna lose faith in him. And like any game he will play from now on, even if he would actually be good at it, and even honestly, this would probably even go into like people will use this online for any credibility he has about any other subject. Like, I can already see like he will have an opinion about something, and people will be like, how much did you pay for that opinion? You know, like people will use this against him 100%. Right, so
is gonna look down on you for not being the rank 1 whatever fucking person of all. Like, dude,
who is he convincing? I mean, I guess you're convincing NPCs. The thing is, if you didn't play PoE 2, would you think this is like a top gamer?
I guess, because it's just like a bunch of explosions on the screen, right? These guys ate up the Diablo meme as well. Oh, during that Dave Rubin thing.
Has 20 other jobs, at least. The guy is literally sending us to Mars. He's building tunnels under LA.
He's the top player of Diablo,
like,
too.
Yeah, he's right. He's
the
number
one player in the world.
Is he literally the top player?
No, he's not the top player.
Yeah.
He did actually recently speedrun something and set the world record in Diablo, but
it's stuff like this. It is stuff like this that will, like, everything that was said right now will be put into this whole glass, or like this whole like fucking container of, well, he lied about this. What else is he lying about? What else is he over exaggerating? You know, it's like, oh, he's sending people to Mars. Well, you know, he probably stole that idea from somewhere or some shit like that, right? He probably stole like the tech from somebody else or paid for the tech from somebody else. He didn't make anything up, right? Like this is the biggest problem, is like it's a small lie inside of a small game. And yeah, it's a small game. It's like 400,000 people. It's great. Yeah, but it's like in the whole gaming sphere, it's a small game, right? And because of this one fuck up, this one lie, bro, like people will completely shit on him for everything, which is, by the way, also why he probably made the lie.
I think that he's officially top 20 leaderboard in the world.
Like, this would be like me going onto their, although I'm not even sure if they do finance after listening to Dave Rubin combo. This would be like me going onto their finance podcast and be like, oh yeah, like I really like you guys who have an uncle who traded stocks. And they'll be like, what do you mean uncle? It's like, I have an uncle who traded stocks for probably like 7 or 8 years. He always beat the market. He knew how to beat the market all the time. It was just crazy that, he was just like a constant, like basically I would say 95+% of his trades were profitable. And he just always like knew what the market was going to do. Like, it's the equivalent of saying something that unbelievably stupid. Like,
which is insanely competitive. Well, because you have people that dedicate their lives to Diablo.
That's not insanely competitive. That's impossible. Like, speedrunners spend thousands, tens of thousands sometimes of autistic hours on these games. And the idea that some random like 92-year-old fat could just pick up a controller like, oh, world record. What's weird
The
is
way the Diablo 4 that world record thing works, in my opinion, it is possible. Only because, and again, because of the PoE 2, very used to say that it's like, oh, that wasn't even his character. The reason I can say it's possible is because, in my opinion, nobody was really playing it. The content he was doing, like that speed run, is the same dungeon every time. The same monsters spawn at the exact same location. The same shrines spawn the exact same location, right? And like the only difference between your runs can be like, well, you knowing the run itself, and maybe like some procs would be better on some runs, some procs would be less in another. The thing is, I don't think he had much of a competition doing that content because nobody really does it. It's literally like the same dungeon. You can't change the difficulty, and that run is literally for setting a timer. So you would have some degenerates who'd be like, "Oh yeah, I got number one," and then they will never do it again, or like they will like stop doing it. Somebody beat them, and then they'll come and do it again. I'm pretty sure after Elon beat it, plenty of people beat him after that, right? So it's like he was that for like the couple of minutes that he got it. But I don't think it's a content that most people do. Vast majority of people who play Diablo 4 probably are not even in that area. Like, even though they made leveling so easy, I am fairly certain vast majority of players for Diablo 4 do the campaign and quit. They're not into like farming and shit like that, which is fine. That's pretty much what the game was designed for, because the end game is kind of doo-doo.
he actually has some knowledge of the game. I think Elon plays, but it's actually bad. That's not weird at all. That makes sense. That's what most people would to pay to get an account boosted. Yeah, you'd have some. I'm sure he's played before. Obviously, he can play, but he's clearly not that good. He's just like, but that's also acceptable, by the way, too. And if anything, if he can laugh at himself a little bit, especially because it's like an arena that doesn't matter at all to him.
By the way, like, I'm gonna be shitting on PoE right now, but it's like, you don't need a lot of skill to play PoE. If your build can like just instantly wipe a screen and you can just stun bosses and shit, and you know how to hold right click and move and use WASD for movement, that's all the skill you need for a vast majority of the content. Like 99% of the content, that is what you would need. Maybe some boss somewhere would like, you will fuck up and like you will have to actually do a mechanic. But if your build is strong enough, you don't even need to do a mechanic. So it's like to say like he needs an actual skill to play this, like to use this character that just blows up the whole screen by holding right click. I'm sorry. PoE doesn't require a whole lot of skill to play. It requires like a skill to be able to like copy paste people's builds, which by the way, this is the most popular build in PoE 2, let alone, it's the most popular build for like quarterstaff, most popular build for monk, and then it's the most popular build in all PoE 2. Like this build is probably like the most you have seen in PoE 2, right? It's just bonkers. Okay, how much this build is just prevalent, right? It's just kind of broken. And now you have copies of the same build for Ranger using a bow, but doing the exact same thing. Like you shoot 3 arrows and everything explodes. Why? Same mechanic that works for the quarterstaff with Herald of Ice and Thunder is the same mechanic you use for pretty much any attack. I've seen a warrior build, like a mace build. Sorry, not a mace, but like the warrior character. Forgot his name. I don't even know if it's called a warrior, but anyways, the fat dude, using a staff, and all it does is use the level 1 ability, the Thunder Strike, Thunder Slam, instead of an actual slam, and it does the same thing. It has enough range, it hits one target, and it just fucking evaporates everything because Thunder and Ice proc off each other constantly. So it's literally like heralds are right now kind of in a very broken state because they just proc off each other. And honestly, if they nerf them procking off each other, all of these builds go to shit instantly.
You could just have like dad playing, like dad plays PoE 2, and you just kind of like laugh at it a little bit. It's whatever. But why would he have to act like he's a rank 1 ladder grinder? Not all of us spent high school in sweaty basements explain. It's just if you develop competency in a given subject, you can tell immediately when somebody has no idea what they're talking about. Like imagine, like it can be very small things to where somebody might ask you like, oh, you've got a good computer? Really?
Yeah, this point honestly pretty strong. So it's like what he's saying right now might seem like a big, like he knows a lot about a video game to somebody who doesn't play this video game or video games as a whole. Anyone who plays PoE 2 even for like 2 days knows that like his knowledge of the game seems extremely basic, as if like somebody explained it to him and he took like quick notes of what the explanation was, and then he explained that to like people who don't know anything, right?
That's crazy. How much memory do you have on your computer? Like, that's just not like a question that anybody. How much memory? You mean hard drive space? You mean RAM? Why are you even asking that question? That's such a weird thing. That's like a boomer random thing to ask. Like, why would you say that? And this is true. This extends through. There might be little things like that. There could be bigger things. But it's just like in watching him play, for video game stuff, a lot of it is going to be by looting. If you can have custom lists in Path of Exile 2, you used to be able in PoE 1 you could upload things that would just, it wouldn't even show you like bad drops. I don't know if you can do that in PoE 2 or not, but like the way that somebody loots in a video game will usually tell you instantly if at least they know what they're doing or not, right? So unless PoE 2 is sometimes completely different. When you watch a good player play, what's that one shooter game that everybody obsessed over? Mag check. What am I thinking of? Tarkov. Yeah. When you see somebody run over an item and they tab and they're like, you know, I didn't know what the they just did. Or in Path of Exile 2, people immediately go, they know immediately what they need to loot. They know what items are valuable, they know what's not. They're not going to sit there and click and drag their thing over, like, their stuff to the floor. Like, they'll know the shortcuts and they'll move through menus and everything very fast. Because you've grinded these dungeons hundreds of thousands of times. So just watching him play, it's very, very obvious that he's not a very great player. But he's representing an account that is, like, very highly ranked. But he's clearly not the one that played the account, yeah.
Well, the way he picked it up, like, the dragging was very stupid. What he picked up, though, except for like the chaos orb he missed, like in like the actual Quinn video where you can see him missing like a chaos orb, like not picking it up, that kind of hints that he doesn't know what he's doing. At the same time, I can also say that it's like maybe he's just showcasing. I'm fucking super freaking devil's advocate, right? But at least he knew to pick up the maps, you know. Not that this account needs any more maps, but you know.
Speed 100%. Yes, bro. This gear is cracked, bro. This gear is
70.
cracked.
So it's like equipment's not like, it's actually pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work very well.
It's because like the eye level requirement really is not necessarily associated with how good the equipment is, and anyone who plays the game would understand that. You could have like a level 28 ring and it could be crazy good, or you could have like a unique that's level 5 and it could be integral to your build, or perhaps your hover gloves that you said were only level 52, which are actually like hard carrying your ass, bro. Holy.
Quinn here is obviously, he's like I don't know if you would say pro or whatever. He's a streamer. He plays the game full time. Other pro PoE players or whatever. Quinn knows immediately, obviously, what are the good stats, what aren't the good stats, and how you represent the thing, right? Yeah. Like imagine me saying that, like I drive a Focus RS, and somebody's like, oh, well, I have an Audi R8, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure my Focus RS would smoke yours, and they're like, why? And it's like, I have 6 gears on my car. Doesn't the Audi R8 only have 5? It doesn't matter if I'm right or wrong. If the Audi R8 has 5 or 6 gears, that's just like such a. Why do you think that matters? What do you mean it has 6 gears, 6 speed? What? Like it would be a thing where somebody's saying like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know why you would even. Why would he do this? These things are hard. For me to figure out, because on one end I'd say you do things to intentionally mislead people, but like this, but now here for.
So here's the thing. This is again. I would say like I'm playing like devil's advocate here like crazy. Don't think that I'm like kissing his ass or whatever. I'm just trying to come to an understanding of why he would do this. Overall, regardless of why he would do this, it's very stupid to do, and this puts kind of like in question all of his gaming achievement, and it would probably drag into like his achievements and other shit. But the reason he would do this is literally stuff like this. Elon Musk's terrible build, Elon Musk awful build, Elon Musk terrible Elden Ring, how bad can Elon Musk terrible, like bad, how bad can his build be? I beat Elden Ring with Elon Musk's terrible build, yada yada yada. This is the thing. Elon Musk, he more than likely played Elden Ring properly, right? He made his own build, and even though his build was like, I don't know what his build was, I don't remember it, but like people were saying it was a horrible build. It wasn't. It was pretty fucking bad, right? Or the meme was that it was bad. Either way, so this guy who's not known for video gaming, right? And like they said here, it's like, well, why do this? Like, you're not known for video gaming. It would be cool to just see you fight like a random boss or whatever. That's what like they said in the Crypt video. Quinn also said it. But this is the problem. When he does play normally, this is what people do. They laugh at him. First of all, why? Because it gets clicks. Why? Because there's a lot of hate for Elon, right? And like even people who like Elon would just watch it for fun, right? So problem number one, main problem, is this. No matter what he does, people will like basically laugh at him. Now, Elon doesn't strike me as the guy with like the most like the best social aptitude, right? He looks like somebody who was like he couldn't really socially connect to a lot of people when he was younger. Definitely didn't get like a lot of chicks until he was rich, you know, shit like that. Like he's an odd guy, like socially awkward. He 100%, everyone knows Elon is socially awkward, right? Even though like he makes great memes and stuff, and it seems like he's pretty smart. I'm not gonna say like he's an idiot. I'm not gonna say he's a genius, but he's very smart, smart enough to make great business choices to become the strongest person in the world. It's like, oh well, he only invested. Well, he invested in the right shit because he had the foresight to do so. Anyways, I'm not here to say how smart he is and like argue if he's smart or not. Everyone who knows anything can assume Elon Musk is smarter than the regular guy. Okay, but it's because stuff like this, where people are laughing at his builds when he just tries to play a video game, I am gonna bet, and I'm not a betting man and I don't have anything to bet, but if I did, I would have bet that like stuff like this hurt his ego quite a lot. Quite a lot. Right? And then when he played D4, right? And let's give it to him that he did set the world record for that run, for like when he did it, okay? Let's say that his character is in the top one. Let's say this is all true. Now imagine a guy like that, right? People made fun of his Elden Ring build. Now he set like a world record in Diablo 4. What do you think it goes through his head when he goes into PoE 2, a brand new game? And by the way, he knows nothing about PoE. Right? He doesn't know the community. He doesn't know how good players are. He just knows it's just another game. Right? He doesn't know and like how intricate the designs are. Well, not so much in PoE 2, but like in PoE, right? It's like he doesn't understand anything about PoE. Because honestly, the game sucks at explaining anything. Good luck fucking figuring everything out. Just watch all the YouTube guides in the world to maybe get an idea. But he doesn't know any of this. And he goes into this brand new game, which he thinks is probably brand new. I doubt he would do his research over like fucking PoE. Right? Goes into this brand new game. And it's as if he has something to prove. Right? Again, super devil's advocate here. Super trying to like be as understanding as possible. It's still shitty that he did this. It sets a bad precedent and it will affect everything he does from now on and everything he did from now on. People will use this one lie to judge all of his other accomplishments. That's usually how it works. That's how people act. Okay? So, that is why I think he did it. I think his ego got bruised from Elden Ring. He had something to prove after D4. And that's why he did this thing in PoE 2. Because here's the thing. If he didn't do this, if he just showed himself playing normally, fighting like, you know, the Act 1 boss on his first time doing it, fighting the Act 1 boss or the Act 2 boss, he would be dying quite a lot. Looking at his skill right now, he would be dying. Everyone died. But you know what would happen? When Quinn died to the Act 1 boss, people would meme whatever, they would joke, and it would be funny and like whatever, and Quinn would make content out of it and shit like that. Elon Musk is not a content creator. Elon Musk, honestly, is a socially inept, very smart business dude, okay? When people would try to meme on him, even if you would try to laugh it off, I am pretty sure it would affect him on some level. I am pretty sure all the hate he gets on X gets to him in some level. And this would just be more fuel to that fire, right? At the end of the day, Elon Musk is human. So I guarantee somebody at that position where literally he gets trolled day in, day out. People are tagging him on the dumbest shit all the time that he has nothing to do with. Right? It's like, oh, why did this guy got censored? It's like, bro, he's not the person who goes out and censors or like or deletes accounts. Like, he doesn't have to go out and explain every time somebody gets banned on Twitch. He has a whole team that is Twitch, on Twitter or X, whatever. He has a whole team that does that. Tagging him every time somebody gets banned. Again, he is the face of the company. It is his company, but it's like, fuck you want him to do? Like, You know, it's like he has people that are taking care of it, right? That are doing it. He's not out of there deleting every account and all that stuff. But it's like people use every little ammunition they have against him. Why? Because he is the face of the company. He bought the company. He said he would run a certain way. People feel like it's not run a certain way. And they would use any ammunition to discredit him, right? Most of the people on X don't like him. I won't say most, but it's like the vocal people on X, which are like the libtard that didn't go to Blue Sky, don't like him, right? They would use any ammunition they can to discredit him. So if he played normally and he would have died like some Act 1 boss, like people would literally take, oh, look at this genius, can't even figure out the mechanics to this simple boss that everyone beat 20,000 times. People would actually do that, let's be real. Again, not saying he should have done what he did. I'm saying, in my opinion, he should have played normally. I think he would get more respect from like normal people who play PoE and more relatability, especially like from the casuals who play PoE, who died many times to the first boss and the second boss and like just random deaths all the time, right? I think he would relate to those people more, but I think his ego at this point is bruised and he feels like he always has something to prove, like he's the best at everything, because that is kind of like what his image has become. It's like he has to be the best at something, otherwise it discredits his genius, right? I think that's really what happened. I don't think this is personally a big deal. I think this is funny as hell, but I think people really took it a bit too far. I don't think anyone should be buying stuff like this, but let's be real, PoE 2 is played mostly as a single player game. People are trading here and there and people are carrying others, but for the most part, everyone is playing it as single player, right? This doesn't really affect anything. The leaderboard on hardcore, absolutely no one cares except like maybe like the people who are on that leaderboard and like maybe 50 people that are not on the leaderboard, they're trying to get there. Who cares? Let's be real. Nobody would have cared about this, and it should not have happened. But I think we can all understand why he would do this as a person who's always in the limelight for every little dumb thing that happens that has even the slightest thing that relates to him. I'm not a psychologist, but that is like just my opinion as somebody looking at it from the side who just found this funny, but I also can empathize that it's like I can understand why somebody like that would do it.
For this, is he actually so narcissistic?
Somebody who has like, he looks like somebody who would have a problem, just like a social inaptitude kind of thing, you know? So, anyways, that's the video. That was my opinion. Let me know what you think. Why did Elon do this? I don't want to hear. Well, actually, I don't care if you write it, but like, I just don't care if you could go and tell me it's like Elon is a piece of shit. Elon is this and like, bro. I'm not here to like fucking suck Elon's dick. Okay, I'm not here to kiss his ass. I'm just saying I think this is why he did it. This is my opinion, and I still don't think it was right of him to do. But I also don't think it's that big of a deal for people to actually like, go after the guy. Because at the end of the day, as you said, why do this? It's a video game. Well, why go after him over some bullshit in a small video game? That's my 2 cents. Goodbye.